Hello BookTube, my name is Elizabeth and welcome to Book Babble. Today I am going to be doing my episode number 3 for my How to Get Free Books segment. I've done lessons on Netgalley and on Edelweiss. Both of those will be linked down below if you are interested in seeing those. Today I am going to be doing how to request a book from a publisher through email. So let's just get started. So first, pick the book that you want to request. And in order to do that, you can go to Edelweiss, and you're going to want, the Above the Tree Line page. And you can go to Titles, and Titles. Come on, Internet. I know it's being slow. But you can go to Titles and scroll through all of the titles that they have to see what's coming up. This is my favorite way of searching for stuff. I go more into detail on how to look through the titles on my Edelweiss video, so go and check that out if you want some more information on this. But I've already selected the book that I want to request for review, and it is The Sleeping Prince by Melinda Salisbury. So first, what I want to do is show you, the first thing that you need is an email address, okay? So you're going to want to look at who publishes the book, and it says Scholastic Press here. And in order to find out the email address that you're going to be sending it to, you can Google publicity of Scholastic Press contact or something to that effect. You're going to want the publicity email, and it takes a little bit to find it depending on the publisher. Some publishers are really easy. They have it labeled right there on their website, whatever. It's super simple, but some other publishers you really have to go looking for it. I have requested books from Scholastic before, so I know that the email that you need is tradepublicity@scholastic.com if you are going to want to request books from Scholastic USA. A good place to find some of these emails is Book Nerd Canada. Giselle, she's also a booktuber. She has an awesome book blog, and she does this guide to requesting books and blogging and stuff like that. And she has on this page right here, Newbie's Guide to Book Blogging, all you need to know about publishers, arcs, and etiquette. She's got this awesome page right here, and on the bottom is this whole list of the emails that you send them to. Now, she is from Canada, so a lot of these are Canadian. If they have a Canadian branch, that's what she's got. So Hatchet Book Group, this is Canada. If you live in the U.S., you're going to want a different email address. So make sure you pay attention to which email address you are sending it to. If you live in Canada, these will be great for you. If you don't, then you're going to want to find the U.S. Email address. If you have any questions about which email address, maybe you can comment and on this video let me know. I might have it, I might not. It depends on the publisher if I've requested books from them in the past. But yes, this is a great source to use if you're looking for a specific email address from a specific publisher. So yes, once you have found your email address, you're going to want to just something simple in the subject line. I always do ARC request or, something like that. And then you're going to want to start on the body of your email. So I have it here. And another thing that Giselle has on this page is a nice little email thing that kind of states, this is what your email kind of should look like. And I like to model mine after hers because hers is so great. So mine basically says, hello, my name is Elizabeth. I'm a blogger at such and such and a booktuber at blah, blah, blah. And just put your links there so that the publishers can find them easily. They do not want to go searching for your links. If you do not have links, they will most likely just delete the email and move on to the next. You have to have your links. And my blog consists of 2 memes, which is basically the Sunday post and my Top 10 Tuesday that I post every single week. So if you participate in one of those things, they like to know that because that brings a lot of traffic to your site. And 2 book reviews a week. So I have a schedule, and every Thursday, every Saturday, I post a book review. So on average, I usually post 2 book reviews a week, and I post book-related videos on my BookTube channel at least 3 times a week. Consistency is really big for publishers. They want to see, if you haven't posted a video in 4 weeks, You need to be more consistent than that. I just wrote a little blah, blah, blah about myself. You know, don't use mine. Be original. Do something that, you know, speaks to you and is about you and stuff like that. And then I like to put in that my favorite genre is young adult fantasy, science fiction, and fairy tale retellings. And I say that because my passion of talking about books is also because of my passion for talking about books, I also review books on Goodreads and Twitter. So below that, I have my blog stats, and this you can find. I have Weebly, so it's like right here, and these are per week, so I just multiply them by 4. They have your blog stats here. It's pretty easy to find those depending on what blog set you have. You can probably just go to the FAQ page and find out if you're having a hard time looking for that. And then I have my stats for my BookTube channel, how many subscribers I have, how many monthly views I have, which is pretty easy to find. You just go to your channel and you go to, what is it? Yes, I think that's it. Yeah, and then you just go to views and it's got all your stuff right there. So after that, you're going to want to link to whatever social media you put here. So I did Goodreads and Twitter, so I linked to it and I put how many followers I have, and then I linked to my Twitter, put how many followers I have, and then below that you're going to want to say, I would like to request blah, blah, blah. Now, if you have multiple books that you want to request from the same publisher, do put them in the same email. They would rather have them have all in the same email than 5 different emails from one person for multiple books from that publisher. So if you have more than one title from this publisher, you can put, I would like to request, the first book, and then, you know, the second book, blah, 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 whatever that is. Below that, you want to include your mailing address. Otherwise, they will not have a way to send the book to you. And these people who, you know, do the publicity, figure out who is getting an ARC and who is not, they do not have time to email everybody back to find out what your mailing address is. If it's there, they can add your mailing address and they'll send it to you and it's done. They don't have to do an extra step. The information is already there for them. You're going to want to make this email as easy for them as possible because they just don't have time to do it any other way. And then you're going to want to put, thank you so much for you taking time to read my email. I look forward to your reply, or something similar to that. Also, if you are requesting a book from like an author that you just love or that you've talked about in the past, it would be good to say, you know, something to the fact of, here are some of my previous videos where I talk about books from this author, and I would put, let me see, where's my video manager? I can put, I did a review, here it is, with Melinda Salisbury a couple of weeks ago, and I had a blast, and that was just so much fun because I love her to death. Where is my email? There it is. So I could put that one, and then also like a year ago when the first book came out in that series, I did a full review on that, so I could also link that down below just so that they see that I am very invested in this author and stuff like that. But you know, that's not always going to count for you. You know, if you haven't made a video of that, or if you're not proud of the video that you posted, you don't have to insert that either. It just depends on what you've done in the past and what you want to include and what you don't. This way, again, it makes it so much easier for the publisher, because the publisher might have gone to my YouTube site and seen that video, but if they kind of just scrolled over it and didn't really look, they might not have seen that content. And I think that this video shows that I am really invested in this author and I really want to read her books, and it might give them more of a reason to approve me for this request and send me an art copy. So I think really that's all I've got for you. The publisher is probably not going to send you an email back. I have, of like the dozens and dozens of emails I've sent to review an art copy, I've maybe got like 4 or 5 emails back. And that's just so rare. So, I mean, if you don't get a review back, I have so many misspellings in this. That's another thing. Check your misspellings. But anyway, I'll go back to that in a second. You're not going to get a respond back, most likely from these publishers. So don't fret. You know, I like it that way because it's like a surprise. You know, you don't know if you're going to get it. You don't know if you're not. And it shows up in the mail one day and you're happy because you actually got the book. And, you know, that's a good thing. So, but yes, the next thing was Misspellings, I mean, it looked like I had a lot of misspellings, but, you know, these are just not words that, um, that Google recognizes, so, you know, it looks like misspellings or whatever, but check and double check and triple check for misspellings and grammar stuff. I'm really bad at that, so I mean, if I've got stuff in here, I haven't checked this email yet, so if I've got stuff in here, don't judge me, but I'm just really bad at stuff like that, so I still need to look over mine, but definitely look over yours and check and triple check, and once you're done and you are proud of your email, I would click send, and hopefully you get the book. But that is basically it that's all I've got for you guys today, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!